family 스마이게보 저도 미국 사람. Okay. And I've seen a lot of people asking stuff like, oh, isn't it expensive to buy fruit in Korea? Or where's the like cheapest place to buy like groceries and stuff like that when I move there? So I thought, well, why don't I offer some tips on like how to shop cheaply for groceries or the cheapest way to eat in Korea. And so here it is. So the first one for sure is definitely, instead of going to like a supermarket or a department store to go, the department store is the most expensive place you will ever go. And those are the places that have fruit that's like $100. I'm like, really? Really? The pear tastes just the same as if I went to the market to buy the pear. Why is the pear extra $50 here? So the first tip I would say is you should definitely shop in the local market. Local market. And in Korean, the local markets are called 시장. 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 And not too long ago, me, Hyunwoo, and the Talk to Me in Korean crew, and Corey May, which are YouTubers, we all went to Jeju Island, and we went to the 시장, and we filmed there. It was actually during the middle of like a Sundae festival, and so we went there and we filmed. So this is what a 시장 is like. We are in Jeju Island. I've never been to Jeju Island. This is my first time. I'm super duper excited. And we're at a place called 보성시장. And they're in the middle of a festival right now, a Sundae festival. We're just in the market, acting a fool. And so, as you can see, you can get lots of fruits for like really good prices. I had never heard of these until I came to Korea. Persimmons. Dried persimmons! Dried persimmons! Sweet potatoes! The baby ones look good. You guys know that I at any given time have a large box of sweet potatoes at my house. And this whole box costs anywhere between $6 to $10. It just depends on the time of year, but super cheap. Okay, so we're just walking along, and Shijangs usually look like this.
Oh, but you know what I mean? Like usually it's very packed, and people are like not pushing, but like there's a lot of people. But there's no
But this is pretty chill. But then again, it's not Seoul. Like some of the ones in Seoul, there's so many people everywhere, so many vendors. It's like so ridiculously overwhelming.
It's cray.
Yeah, but here it's like pretty chill. Oh, here's a banchan place. Or is that a kimchi place? Moving on to the next tip. So how I eat cheaply is what I do is at home I have a big bag of rice. So I'll go and buy like a big, bag of like rice and mixed grains, and I'll buy like a big thing of lentils, and then I'll just mix it all together because my rice mixture I always like pop some lentils or something in it, and it might cost me like $45. But that $45 initial investment in like all the rice and stuff lasts me a good 5 months. 5 months for $45, all the beans and rice that I need. And then the other things, I'll just go to like the Shijang or like the local like fresh people, and I'll buy like my vegetables and potatoes and stuff like that. And back before I really started cooking a lot in Korea, if you don't have cooking materials at home, because obviously to just go and buy it to just make one dish is going to be very, very expensive. So what you can do is you can go to the Shijang, and there's usually the woman, I always just call her the banchan ajima. Banchan are Korean side dishes, and you can literally go there and get like 3, containers of side dishes for like 10,000 won. And when I used to live in Anyang, I used to do that, and I would just have rice at home. And it's literally that $10 lasts me like 4 or 5 days of just eating, the side dishes. And that's like your whole meal. You have rice, kimchi, and various like side dishes to eat with your rice. So cheap. So this is a place called Ommawang Kimchi. Ommawang Kimchi. Carson's in there. And what I'll do is I'll just buy. You can buy by the kilo, like 1 or 2 kilos, and bring my own Tupperware. Because I'm in Jeju, I can't like actually buy it and show you. But I would bring my own Tupperware and like buy some of the kimchis by the kilo, and it's usually relatively cheap.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I can't make kimchi myself.
But out of these kimchi, I think this is like one of my favorite kinds. Like the more like fresh one. It's so delicious. Super delicious. So delicious.
And they last, I mean, it's already fermented. It's not like...
Yeah, and they got my favorite, my black beans. I love the black beans as a side dish because they put like a little bit of like rice syrup on it and like sesame, so it's like a little bit like sweet beans, but like it's so good. A little bit salty and sweet. It's so good.
So these types of things are really standard. If you go to any Shijang, you'll find the fruit, vegetables, these panchans, eggs, and meat too.
Yeah.
Anything, everything.
Oh yeah, and they sell fresh made tofu.
And
fresh bean sprout. One time I tried to sprout beans and it didn't work so well, so I'd rather come here and spend like $2 on like a huge bag of bean sprouts. They're ridiculously cheap, man. Ridiculously cheap. 보리빵. 찹쌀도넛. 찹쌀도. 오, 보리빵. 얼마예요? 팥 들어있는 거죠?
3개 1,000원.
3개 1,000원이요?
3개.
How is it? Good.
That red bean.
Ooh, with red bean inside. I'm gonna make some at home. Oh, look, they're filming a video too. So that's Talk to Me in Korean, and they're making a video. They're making a fun game here, and they speak in Korean. So if you're studying Korean, you can click on that and then listen to Korean, and then they have English subtitles so you can practice. You know what I'm saying? So in my video, I didn't really do a thorough like walk around and show you everything in the Shijang, but if you want to see everything in the Shijang via 360 camera, then you can definitely check out theirs. That video is going to be super cool. Corey and Marie.
Soon to be.
Just type Corey May.
Corey May.
What? M-A-Y.
All right, and then you can get the full 360 thing.
Go!
Okay. In my case, since I've been here for years and years now, I just have every Korean cooking material like at my house. So if you want to know basic Korean cooking materials that as long as you have, you literally can make almost every Korean dish. A lot of you guys were asking me like, oh, well, how can I get the foreign ingredients to make, you know, my home country's food? Of course you can get those in Itaewon, but they're gonna be so expensive and it's much cheaper to just live making Korean food. So if you don't like Korean food, don't move here, unless you wanna spend a lot of money all the time. Okay, so the basic ingredients that you need, and you can cook almost every Korean dish if you check online. The first one, soy sauce. This is the one that I like. Actually, my friend Muriel, when she lives with me, got me hooked on this one. And of course, you need sesame oil, but I don't use added oils that often, so this actually lasts me a really long time. And of course, you need sesame seeds. Okay, and the two big ones that I'm sure a lot of you guys know is gochujang, which is red pepper paste, and doenjang, which is fermented soybean paste. These two are like the main two. And with the red pepper paste, you also need red pepper flakes. I just keep mine like in this container, red pepper flakes. Oligodang, which is brown rice syrup. Brown rice syrup. When you make a lot of stuff like chorim, like I love making kamcha chorim, which is like, it's kind of like soy sauce, it's like braised potatoes with like a sweet, you know, soy sauce, you know, sauce. Sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. And a lot of Korean side dishes are kind of like chorim. Like I love yeonggeun chorim, which is like the lotus root chorim as well. My mouth is watering. And the final one is some type of Korean cooking alcohol. Korean cooking alcohol. And when I make stuff like dubu kimchi, which is like kind of like bokum kimchi with tofu, and so you kind of just like saute the kimchi and you add a little bit of extra red pepper paste. And you add a little bit of this alcohol. It gives it a little bit of flavor in the kimchi. Sprinkle some sesame seeds on top, and then, you know, put tofu around it and eat it with tofu. It's one of my like favorite things to make ever. It usually contains pork also, like sauteed with the kimchi, but you guys know now I don't consume animal products, so, you know, obviously I make mine without the pork. And also a lot of people say that this gives pork a good flavor too in it, so I don't know. It's just good to have because you'll randomly come across the recipe and it's like alcohol, the like cooking alcohol, and you're like, oh crap. So besides these ingredients, the only other ingredients you need usually are garlic and onion. And garlic is the only thing I really recommend buying from the supermarket if you're lazy, because I'm kind of busy and I do cook every day. So I get too lazy to actually take the garlic out of the cloves and then like throw away all the like, it's just too much. So I'll go to the supermarket because they have garlic already separated out in cloves. And it's literally just $1 something for these garlics. So that is the only thing I'll get at the supermarket because it is convenient and still really cheap. In the supermarket, the cost for these type of things don't really differ as much in the Shijang The main things that differ the most, I think, are like produce and vegetables. Like your whole plant foods are gonna be what, you know, differs the most. So 8 things if you have in your home. So the initial investment might be quite high, especially these two. These two are like the most expensive one. This is like 8,000 won, and this is, actually, I got this for free, but usually doenjang is around the same, like 8,000 won. So that's 16 bucks for this, 3 or 4 for this, 3 or 4 for this, 3 or 4 for both of these, maybe 12 to 16 for this, I think. And also red pepper flakes are this is like 10 bucks, the amount that I got. Buy those things, and basically you go online, especially if you can read Korean, which I highly advise you learn to read and write Korean. So that way you can look at Korean cooking vlogs. But there is a Korean cooker, vlogger, YouTuber. I love her. She's so awesome. Her name is Mangchi. So if you want to learn how to cook these dishes, then you can go check out Mangchi's YouTube channel because her stuff's in English if you don't speak Korean. But I do highly recommend that you learn Korean because Naver has some really good cooking vlogs, and a lot of the recipes that I use are like from Naver cooking vlogs. So yes. Anywho, I hope that you enjoyed that video, and I hope that that helped you out in some way. And if you like this video and like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like me on Facebook, and I will see ya.